After years of keeping quiet, Chrissy Lampkin, the longtime partner of rapper Jim Jones, is finally speaking out about the shocking arrest that turned their world upside down. Fans everywhere have been wondering what she really knew and why she waited until now to share her side of the story. The truth behind Jim Jones's arrest, Chrissy's reaction, and the aftermath is more complex than anyone could have imagined. Jim Jones, the legendary rapper and reality TV personality, found himself at the center of a media firestorm following his recent arrest, leaving fans and followers completely stunned. But while headlines screamed about Jim Jones being arrested, one key figure remained unusually quiet throughout the entire ordeal: Chrissy Lampkin, his partner of over a decade. As the world watched, speculating and gossiping about the reasons behind his arrest, Chrissy stayed on the sidelines, seemingly detached from the situation. Everyone kept asking the same question: why hasn't she spoken up? For over 10 years, Chrissy Lampkin and Jim Jones have been fixtures on reality television, known for their relationship drama, love, and sometimes public battles. Chrissy, a strong and outspoken woman, became a fan favorite on Love and Hip Hop New York, but her silence during this arrest left fans completely in the dark. Was she avoiding the media frenzy, or was something deeper happening behind the scenes? It all began on that fateful day when news broke about Jim Jones's sudden arrest, catching not only his fans, but the entire public completely off guard. Jim, known for his legendary career in hip-hop as part of the Diplomats, had generally managed to keep his personal life relatively private, but this arrest was different. It sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Jim was taken into custody under serious allegations, though the details surrounding the arrest were initially unclear. Was it a case of mistaken identity, or was there something more troubling at play? The charges ranged from obstruction to issues connected to an ongoing investigation. The lack of clear information fueled wild speculation, with many wondering what had led to this major incident in Jim's otherwise successful career. For someone of Jim's stature, who had built a reputation as both a savvy businessman and respected figure in the music industry, this arrest was devastating. Fans questioned how it would affect his career and his personal life with Chrissy. But even more shocking than the arrest itself was Chrissy's complete silence on the matter. Over the years, fans had grown accustomed to Chrissy's no-nonsense, take-charge attitude. She'd faced numerous controversies and scandals herself and had never been one to shy away from addressing them head-on. So why, when the man she'd been with for over 15 years was involved in something so serious, did Chrissy remain so quiet? As news of Jim's arrest spread like wildfire across social media, questions about Chrissy's reaction flooded in. What was going through her mind? Was she worried, or was she perhaps trying to protect Jim by staying quiet? For the first time in her public life, Chrissy seemed to retreat into silence. This unusual silence only fueled more rumors. It created confusion among fans, who couldn't help but wonder what role Chrissy played in all of this. Did she know something the public didn't? Was she somehow involved? Or was she being kept in the dark just like everyone else? The questions led to even more speculation as fans took to social media with their theories. Some began to believe that Chrissy might be distancing herself from Jim. Given the intensity of public scrutiny, it was hard to believe she hadn't been affected by the situation. But Chrissy, true to form, refused to comment directly. Instead, she let her social media activity speak for itself, posting cryptic messages that seemed to reflect her frustration without directly addressing the arrest. What was she trying to say through these mysterious posts? Was there a deeper meaning, or was she simply trying to protect her peace during this chaotic time? The questions only grew louder as media outlets began publishing speculative stories about their relationship, offering wild theories about why Chrissy wasn't publicly defending Jim. For over 2 months, Chrissy Lampkin's silence remained one of the most talked about aspects of Jim Jones's arrest. The public couldn't understand why she wasn't stepping forward to defend him, especially when the entire world was fixated on this explosive moment in their lives. This behavior seemed completely out of character for Chrissy, who had built her career on being outspoken, particularly about her relationship with Jim. Her time on Love and Hip Hop New York showcased her no-nonsense approach to relationships, and she was always upfront about her love for Jim and the challenges they faced together. So for her to remain tight-lipped during this scandal felt strange and unexpected to longtime fans. Some speculated that Chrissy's silence was a strategic move. After all, staying quiet during a legal situation could give Jim the space he needed to handle things behind closed doors without adding fuel to the fire. But then a more interesting theory emerged. Was Chrissy keeping quiet to protect her own public image? It wasn't lost on fans that Jim's arrest came during a particularly vulnerable time for the couple. The world was watching their every move, and Chrissy's public commentary could have easily made things worse for them both. Could she have been protecting Jim from even more media scrutiny by keeping her opinions to herself? As time passed, people questioned whether her silence was calculated, a mature attempt to maintain some control over a chaotic situation. After all, they had already endured years of media drama. Was this silence a sign of growth, a sign of handling things privately? Or were there other reasons she wasn't speaking up? The emotional toll of being in the public eye for over a decade cannot be understated. While Chrissy was certainly no stranger to reality TV drama, this arrest felt different. The personal nature of the charges and the intense public scrutiny surrounding Jim's arrest could have made Chrissy step back from the spotlight, choosing not to let her emotions run wild for the cameras. Perhaps she didn't want to get caught up in the cycle of sensational headlines and gossip that typically follows high-profile arrests. But there was also something deeper to Chrissy's silence. She and Jim had been through countless ups and downs together, facing their share of public relationship struggles. Could Chrissy have been quietly processing the emotional impact of the situation, both for herself and for Jim? As a woman who clearly values her privacy when it comes to the most intimate parts of her life, this arrest and the media circus surrounding it might have simply been too much to face head-on in the public eye. Then, at 53 years old, Chrissy Lampkin finally decided to break her silence. But why now? What had changed to make her speak out after all these months of keeping quiet? It's important to understand that Chrissy had spent years building a reputation as a strong, independent woman. Her sudden silence had sparked both curiosity and concern among fans and media alike. Perhaps it was the mounting pressure. As the weeks passed, the questions kept coming. Fans wanted answers. The media needed a story. And it became clear that Chrissy could no longer hide behind her silence. More importantly, though, Chrissy wanted to clear the air on her own terms. For years, the world had seen her as the fiery, unapologetic partner of Jim Jones. Now she wanted to show that there was more to their relationship and their lives than what the media had portrayed. As Chrissy began to speak out, she didn't hold back. She shared how difficult the situation had been for her and how much Jim's arrest had impacted their personal lives. In her first public statements about the arrest, Chrissy revealed the emotional toll it had taken on both of them. While Jim had faced legal troubles in the past, this incident felt different. The weight of it seemed heavier than anything they had faced before. Chrissy spoke about how it affected their relationship, but she also emphasized how much they were working through together behind closed doors. Despite her honesty, something still felt unresolved. Was she holding back certain details to protect Jim? Or was she simply not ready to reveal the full extent of what had happened? These questions lingered as fans absorbed Chrissy's long-awaited statements about the arrest and its aftermath. Chrissy Lampkin's statements were more revealing than anyone had anticipated. After months of silence, she finally opened up in a candid way that gave fans a genuine glimpse into her personal life with Jim Jones. This wasn't just another interview or social media post. It was an honest look at the emotions, struggles, and decisions that had been weighing on her throughout the ordeal. In the weeks following Jim's arrest, rumors had swirled about the state of their relationship. Some believed they were on the verge of breaking up, while others speculated that Chrissy had distanced herself from Jim because of the severity of the charges. Fans wondered if Chrissy had finally had enough. Was she tired of the drama, or was something deeper happening behind the scenes? When Chrissy finally addressed these rumors, she was direct. Contrary to what tabloids suggested, she wasn't giving up on Jim or their relationship. In fact, she revealed she had been his biggest support during his legal troubles. Despite her public silence, she explained that behind closed doors, she was deeply involved in helping Jim navigate the situation. Their bond remained strong. They were a team, facing this challenge together like they had faced so many others. People think they know what's going on, but they only see what we allow them to see, she said. Behind the scenes, it's been tough. Jim is dealing with a lot, and I'm right there beside him, but I had to keep some things private for both our sakes. She admitted that while she understood the media's interest in their relationship, there were moments she simply needed to keep for herself. The vulnerability Chrissy displayed caught many viewers off guard. She was no longer just the tough, unapologetic reality TV star. Instead, she was a woman who had experienced heartache, confusion, and fear. and was now ready to tell the truth about what she'd been going through. But as she spoke about her unwavering support for Jim during this difficult time, one question lingered. What about the future? Could their relationship survive such a public scandal? Or would this ultimately be the breaking point? Chrissy's confession wasn't just about her emotions and personal challenges. It also highlighted something few had fully realized: the tremendous toll the arrest had taken on their relationship. The scandal wasn't just about the charges or media frenzy. It had strained everything they had built together over the years. In her statements, Chrissy talked about how public perception of their relationship had changed overnight. Despite their years of love and commitment, the arrest made people question the very foundation of their bond. She was deeply hurt by suggestions that Jim might be hiding something or that their relationship was based on false pretenses. The media had painted their relationship in a negative light, and she was tired of it. What truly resonated with fans was Chrissy's comment about the importance of their connection despite the hardships. She wasn't ready to give up on Jim, but she was aware that things needed to change. There had been serious conversations between them about improving their relationship moving forward. She admitted they were both taking a hard look at their future and what they wanted from each other. This wasn't just about weathering the storm of the arrest. It was about evolving as partners, working through deep-seated issues, and understanding what it meant to commit to each other for the long haul. Her honesty about their struggles raised the stakes even higher. If they were to survive this public crisis, they would need to face uncomfortable truths about their relationship and the choices they'd made over the years. As soon as Chrissy opened up, public reaction was swift and divided. Many fans rallied behind her, admiring her honesty about the emotional toll the arrest had taken. They appreciated her willingness to show vulnerability, breaking down the power couple image they had maintained for years. Critics, however, questioned the timing of her statements. Some felt she was airing private matters for attention, while others wondered why she had waited so long to speak if she truly supported Jim. Her comments about needing to make difficult decisions only fueled speculation that their relationship might be on the verge of collapse. The biggest question that remained unanswered was what Jim Jones himself thought about everything Chrissy had revealed. While she had made her feelings clear, Jim had stayed relatively quiet. Was he planning to tell his side of the story, or would he keep his thoughts private? As the public waits for Jim's response, many are left wondering if there's more to this story than what Chrissy has shared. Has she revealed everything, or are there still secrets waiting to be uncovered?